Today I'm going to talk about the power of a watch. Yes. You may have a watch and you're given a watch as a present and you put a watch around your wrist and that watch there reminds you about time. It reminds you about the importance of time, to be on schedule, to show up when you say you're going to show up. And that's the great symbolism of a watch. A watch reminds you of time and it helps you to stay on task. A lot of times in life, we have to learn to focus. Follow one course until successful. Focus. We have to learn to focus because we have to realize what is important at the moment. A lot of times what we do, we go about and we just do everything and we don't deal with the most important things that are of priority. And when we don't deal with things that are of priority, we end up losing in the long run. When we do not deal with relationships and people and businesses that are of priority, we end up losing in the long run. You end up getting in trouble in terms of your marriage. You end up getting in trouble in terms of your children. You end up getting in terms of trouble in terms of your work, in terms of your career. You end up spending time doing things that makes you excited at the moment, but they have nothing at all to do with the long-term result or your long-term goals. And that's the beauty about a watch. A watch helps us to stay on time, to stay focused. It's amazing because every time before I do anything, I always ask myself, does this add or does this contribute to what the outcome that I'm desiring in my life? The other day, someone asked me why is it I don't read certain books? Why is it I don't read novels? Why is it I don't read horror books? And I stated precisely what I want to do in life. And I say everything I read leads me in that direction. It's almost like that story of Hansel and Gretel. And you know when Hansel and Gretel, they went about and they dropped crumbs trying to lead them or show them where to go to get back home. That's the same way I do with my learning. That's the same way I do with my engagement. Everything I engage with, everything I read leads me in the direction that I want to go. Everything that I do strengthens me and makes me better at what I am doing. I want to be a good motivational speaker. I want to be an awesome life coach. I want to be good at training and raising and equipping people. So therefore, the areas that I concentrate most is understanding people, understanding how people think, understanding how to encourage people, understand how to train people, understand how to equip people to be their best. I'll fish out the gold that's within them. How to bring that gold to the surface. That's my goal in achieving that purpose, is how to best equip people and how to best motivate people to be the best at what they can be. So therefore, I use my time wisely. You have a watch on, and as you have the watch on and you realize it's broken, the watch is broken and you take it and you sit and you look at it and you're worrying about it and you're thinking about it. And that's the same thing we do in our lives with our situations and our circumstances. We hold on to them and we worry and we ponder and we sit down, we lose sleep over it. But you see, that watch in your hand will make you keep thinking, hey, this watch is broken, the face is broken, the mechanisms in there is not working. But the moment I contact a watch repair person or somebody who repairs watch, who's skilled at repairs watch, and I contact them and I set an appointment and I take that watch, and the moment I give that watch into the hands of a skilled individual, into the hands of somebody who's capable of repairing that watch, all of a sudden all of those worries melt away. All those cares melt away because all of a sudden I realize that this person is fully capable of fixing my watch. And I know when I get that watch back, that watch will be repaired. That watch will be working. That watch will look nearly brand new when I receive it back. And that's the same way we have to do with our circumstances. That's the same way we have to do with our problems. We have to place them in the hands of our Creator. And as we place them in our hands of our Creator and bathe them with prayer and leave them there, then we don't need to be worrying about them because His hands are fully skilled to take care of it. He has all of the problem-solving skills necessary to take that problem and smooth it out. He has enough organizational strength and capacity to breathe solutions and complex solutions for complex problems into our lives. And as we give that over to Him, give our problems over to Him, we need not to worry, but give them into a trusted hand. That's also the same way we do when you get a life coach, or you get somebody to mentor you, or you get a strength coach, or somebody to help you in the gym, or somebody to coach you at cricket, or somebody to coach you at the sport, soccer, or anything, or somebody to help you at work. You are not fully equipped to do something. And what you do, you take that circumstances and you find somebody who can help you, and you present it to them and you ask them for their advice. But not only do you ask them for their advice, you act upon it. You learn to utilize what you're learning. So the beauty of a watch too is to understand that whenever we have problems or whenever it needs repairing, we have to trust the people who are helping us. We have to surround ourselves with people who are more brilliant than us. A lot of times organizations don't function and don't grow like how they need to grow because it's top heavy. And because it's top heavy because the leadership looks at everybody and don't realize the potential that's in every single person. You have to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. And as you surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, you equip them. You give them the leeway that they need. You give them the space and you give them the latitude that they need to make the decisions. Yes, they may report back to you. Yes, they may let you know what they're doing, but you give them the opportunity to shine like diamonds in acres of gemstones. You give them the opportunity to rise to the occasion. You give them the opportunity to fulfill their destinies and to be all that they can be. You give them the opportunity to do everything with a spirit of excellence, and that's what you want. And that's what you want. So you see, a watch is so unique. A watch likes to tell time as well. And I use time a lot when I'm baking or when you're cooking or when you're doing something. The other day I baked a macaroni and cheese pie. And as I baked that macaroni and cheese pie, you know, as I put all the ingredients together, whether I was putting everything together in the bowl and stirring in my cooked macaroni, elbow macaroni, and stirring it all together, pouring it into the grease Pyrex and slip it into the oven, which was nicely heated at 350 degrees Celsius, you know, and actually it was nicely heated at 350 degrees. I slipped it in there for 40 minutes. There comes the time again. So you see, I needed a watch. I needed a timing device in order to set the time, and I had to understand one key thing. I had to respect the process. You see, a lot of times in life, what happens, we go about things and we want to be something and we force ripe it. We want it to happen tomorrow, not realizing you have to always respect the process. So time helps us to understand the process is a key fundamental ingredient in being who we are. The process is a key fundamental ingredient in growing into who we are. You cannot force something great. Greatness is being formed. Greatness is being produced within you. Greatness is being incubated within you. Greatness is fixing to be birthed out of you. And that's why you have to always respect that degree of time. A watch. A watch also points to me to slow down. A lot of times I could get so busy. I get so busy that I neglect to say things like thank you, or I get so busy that somebody is saying something to me and then I don't acknowledge them like how I should. And I've learned over the years is to be present in every situation. If somebody's talking to me, they're talking to me, they get my attention. If somebody is sharing some with me, I listen. A lot of times people are very surprised when I repeat something that they told me 3-4 weeks ago. How is this going? And I repeat it verbatim and they look at me like, wow. You see, people know you truly care when you remember their conversations, when you remember what they told you, when you remember what you promised you're going to do. That's how you show that you truly care. You have to learn to understand what priorities are. You see, the little things, it's not about giving somebody $1 million or giving somebody a fancy car or a fancy house. It's those little things a lot of times that means the most. That little thing when you tell your kid that you're going to go to their soccer game and you actually remember and you end up going to their soccer game. That little kid, that little thing when you tell your kid you're going to help them build a toy car or a toy boat and you actually went to the store, got the stuff and you're ready to build it. That little thing, you know, where you tell somebody that you're going to show up to help them do something and you show up on time and you're there to help them. You show up in their neck of time. You'll show up in their area where they needed you the most. Those little things are what matters. A lot of times people look and they think it's the grandiose things. You see, it doesn't matter. If somebody's celebrating a birthday, a lot of times people think, you know, you have to give them something expensive for them to appreciate it. But then you have to understand time. And you have to understand the power of a watch. And you have to learn to slow down. And slow down and just appreciate them. Slow down and just simply say happy birthday. Slow down and remember that it's their birthday. Slow down and treat them like the person that they deserve to be. So I want you to go out there today and learn the power of a watch and have an awesome growth day. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the subscribe button below. And when you hit the subscribe button, don't forget to select the bell, because by selecting the bell, it gives you that wonderful opportunity to be notified whenever I add a new video. God bless you. And feel free to share this video to encourage someone else, to as many people as you desire. God bless.